I'd like to welcome back to the stage our CEO and leader, Timothy Erblick, and also our founder, executive chairman, Alex Brigham, and by far the best dressed man in this place, Mr. Sebastian Brigham.
All right, I'm Alex Brigham, for those of you who may not be familiar with me, but I have 10 years of doing this. So I look out and I go, wow. See a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, fellow current and future friends and collaborators about making the world a better place. And I'm the founder of Ethisphere. And Ethisphere started with a very simple premise: to show that ethical behavior by a corporation is better for the corporation and the communities in which they operate. I remember coming up with that simple term, good, period, smart, period, business, period, profit. And that's the tagline to embody that. It's a simple principle, simple yet complex, and it's the same principle that you see on the walls here today, and it's on our tagline of every magazine. So, today is a day of celebration. It's 10 years of us celebrating ethics in business. And I do have a special guest coming up to announce our final category, those esteemed companies that have won the designation of Ethisphere's world's most ethical companies every single year that Ethisphere has been in existence. But before I announce our special guest, I'd like to talk briefly about something that's actually very dear to me, and that's trees. Yes, trees. A couple of years ago, I visited the corporate headquarters campus of one of the world's most ethical companies, and clearly the headquarters was impressive in terms of cutting-edge technical development, human capital management, and stewardship in the communities. But what stood out to me was the trees. This company is over a century old, and the founding family decided to turn their 685-acre campus into an arboretum that celebrated over 500 species of trees, was open to the public to come by any time, and focused on the noble trees that are will grow to over 100 years old. Think about that. People planting trees that they themselves will never see to grow to maturity or bear the fruit and enjoy the fruit of. With that sort of foresight and commitment to community, it's no surprise that this corporation has excelled for over a century. There's an ancient Greek proverb that goes like this: societies grow great when old men plant trees whose shade that they shall never sit in. A more recent adaptation of that is from the author Wesley Henderson, who wrote, "The true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit in." And that was from 1982. So you separate by millennia, it's the same concept. I've planted many trees in my lifetime, both literally and figuratively, commemorating unions, births, community projects, and even death. I grew up under the shade of a massive chestnut tree in Boston, and upon my father's death 8 years ago, I planted a companion chestnut tree a few blocks away, so it had another chestnut tree as a pollinating partner. So my question to you is, do you know the best day to plant a tree? It's not an issue of spring, summer, fall, solstice, or weather to plant in the rain or shine, morning or afternoon. No, the best day always to plant a tree is today. The companies represented in this room are the best of the best, and institutionally planting trees for the future every day. Each of you have been planting trees individually in work and in your communities and in your private life, and I encourage you to continue to do so. In fact, plan even more. Ask yourself, what selfless act, what investment in the community and stewardship, what lesson on integrity to a younger person, what additional tree could you plant for the future today. 10 years ago, I did more than plant the tree of ethosphere. But there was a second tree that took sprout as well. And that was the birth of my son, Sebastian Day Brigham, who is named after my father, the one who I planted that tree in memory of, and who is also turning 10 years old today. So like ethosphere, this little sprout has grown mightily to the point that he was nice enough to take some time off from school and travel with us to New York City today to help us out in celebrating the honorees. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to 10-year-old Sebastian Day Brigham. There you go. Stand up here.
Thanks, Dad. Hello, I am Sebastian Brigham, and I am proud of my father, his colleagues, and all of you in this room. It is people like you that are making the world a healthier and safer place for kids like me when we grow up. And without further ado, I would like to announce the names of the companies that have been world's most ethical 10 years in a row, all of the years that Ethisphere has been around. So first of all, there's Aflac Incorporated, Deere and Company, Ecolab Inc., Fluor Corporation, GE, International Paper Company, Johnson Controls Inc., Cow Corporation, Milliken and Company,
Yep.
PepsiCo Inc., Starbucks, Texas Instruments, UPS, and the Xerox Corporation.
Congratulations. Wait.
Congratulations to everybody.
Oh, thank you, Sebastian. Good job.
So there's a 10-year-old kid, so there's a cake. So Sebastian, if you would, on behalf of you all, making a difference, making the world a better place around the world in some of the most challenging jurisdictions, and 10 years of integrity, and we hope there's 10, 50, and 100 years more together with you. So please, Sebastian, would you sort of do the honor with your dad of cutting the ceremony's cake? By the way, my team made me promise I wouldn't sing happy birthday, so you guys don't have, the only thing you'll hear is from Raul. So. So everyone's going to get a piece of the cake a little bit later, besides other stuff. So, all right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great job.